You already know what needs to be done, but still, you hesitate. Minutes become hours, hours turn into days, and that task, it just sits there, untouched, waiting. But here's the truth. The problem isn't your motivation, it's your mindset. Let me show you a shift, a powerful one that gets you moving even when you feel stuck. Because if you don't shift now, your potential will keep slipping away. Silently, slowly, like sand through your fingers. 1. The truth about action. Most people believe they need to feel motivated before they act. But that belief, it's a trap. Success doesn't come to those who wait for the right moment. It comes to those who act, especially when they don't feel ready. Because motivation doesn't create action. Action creates motivation. If you wait until you feel like it, you'll wait forever. But if you just start, take the smallest step, something changes. Your mind lights up, your energy shifts, and suddenly what felt impossible becomes manageable. A young man once dreamed of success. He read books, made plans, prepared endlessly, but he didn't move. He thought he needed confidence to begin. But confidence is not something you start with. It's something you earn by doing. Action brings clarity. It reveals what works, what doesn't, and what's possible. Inaction? It breeds confusion, doubt, and regret. Edison failed thousands of times before he created the light bulb. Ford changed the world before the world was ready. What did they have in common? They acted even in the dark. 2. Fear is a liar. Fear whispers in your ear, what if you fail? What if you're not enough? And so you wait. You plan. You overthink. But here's the truth. Fear is just noise. Most of the things you fear will never happen. And even if they do, you can handle them. You really can. Fear loses its grip when you move toward it. It feeds on your hesitation. But the moment you act, even with shaking hands, it begins to fade. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing to act despite it. Edwin C. Barnes had no money, no connections, but he had a dream to work with Edison. So he got on a train with nothing but belief. And years later, he became Edison's business partner. Not because he had a plan, but because he had the courage to show up. So what are you waiting for? Perfection? Certainty? They don't exist. Start messy. Start scared. Just start. 3. The silent thief. Procrastination. You say, I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow becomes next week, then next month. And soon it's gone, along with your dreams. Procrastination wears a clever mask. It looks like planning. It sounds like perfection. But it's neither. It's fear in disguise. The perfect moment? It's a myth. Start with 5 minutes, just 5. No pressure, no commitment, because once you begin, momentum takes over, and that small action becomes the gateway to something bigger. Break your goals down, make them simple, win small, and win often. Success isn't about giant leaps. It's about showing up every day, especially when you don't want to. Discipline matters more than motivation, because motivation is a guest, here today, gone tomorrow. But discipline stays. 4. Mastering self-discipline. Discipline doesn't mean pain, it means power. It means choosing what you want most, over what you want now. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build self-trust. And self-trust is the foundation of confidence. At first, discipline is uncomfortable. Your mind rebels. It tells you to quit, to delay, to do it later. But if you push through just once, it gets easier. And the next time, easier still. Discipline is doing the work, even when you're tired, even when it's boring, even when no one is watching. It's not about intensity, It's about consistency. Day by day, step by step. Build the habit, train the muscle, and soon it won't feel like a struggle. It'll feel like who you are. 5. Turn pain into power. Pain can break you, or it can build you, and you get to choose. When life gets hard, and it will, you have 2 options: collapse under the weight of it, or rise with fire in your soul. Every setback carries a lesson. Every wound has the potential to become your greatest source of strength. Think of your pain as a forge. Each challenge is a flame. And you? You are the steel being shaped by it. You don't grow in comfort. You grow in chaos, in discomfort, in the storm. The people you admire, the legends, they didn't avoid pain. They faced it. They used it. They turned their scars into strength. So the next time life hurts, don't run. Stand up. Use the pain. Let it fuel you. You are stronger than you think. You are more resilient than you know. Pain is not your enemy. It is your ally if you choose to learn from it. 6. Set your target. A goal gives you a reason to get up, a mission, a direction, a purpose. Without a goal, you drift, you wander, you lose precious time. So ask yourself, what do I really want? When do I want it by? And how will I get there? Be specific. Don't say, I want to be successful. Say, I will earn $5,000 a month by December. Clear goals lead to clear actions. And once you set your goal, break it down. Step by step. Small wins, repeated daily, lead to big results. Most importantly, act. A goal without action is just a wish. Wishing won't change your life. Working will. Let this be the moment. The moment you stop waiting and start moving. The moment you stop planning and start doing. Your future isn't waiting for motivation, it's waiting for you. So move, act, begin, and never stop. 7. Consistency builds empires. Success isn't about one giant leap, it's about the small steps you take every single day. Consistency compounds. Over time, it turns ordinary efforts into extraordinary results. The most successful people? They're not always the most talented. They're the ones who simply refuse to quit. Dreams don't work without plans. A goal with no structure is just a wish. To bring your vision to life, you need a map. Write your goals down. This simple act sends a message to your mind. This matters. And the science agrees. People who write down their goals are far more likely to achieve them. Now break those goals down. Not just yearly, but monthly, weekly, daily. This structure builds momentum and kills procrastination. And remember, perfection is the enemy. Many never start because they fear failing. But success isn't about being perfect. It's about persistence. Show up, stumble, learn, and keep moving forward. Growth doesn't come from hesitation. It comes from action. 8. Hold yourself accountable. Progress isn't magic, it's tracked. If you want real change, you must be honest with yourself. Track your effort. Measure your results. Take full responsibility. Discipline isn't about punishment, it's about purpose. And if staying on track alone is tough, find someone to help you stay aligned. A mentor, a coach, a friend. Someone who reminds you of who you're becoming. Celebrate small wins. They matter. Every tiny milestone is proof you're moving, and motion creates motivation. Big change is just a series of small victories stacked together. 9. Build a mind that can't be broken. Your mindset is the foundation of everything. If it's strong, you rise. If it's weak, you crumble. Life will challenge you. That's a guarantee. But how you respond, that's your choice. A fragile mind sees failure as the end. A resilient mind sees it as a lesson. Every challenge is a disguised opportunity. Every setback is a test of your strength. The strongest people aren't fearless. They simply refuse to surrender to fear. If you keep telling yourself, "I can't," your mind will believe you. But if you say, "I will figure it out," your brain starts finding ways to win. Success starts with belief. And belief starts with the words you feed your mind. So protect your mind. Fuel it with books, voices, and people that uplift you. Cut out the noise. Cut out the excuses. Cut out the negativity. Surround yourself with growth. 10. Elevate your circle. You are the average of the people you spend the most time with. That's not just a saying, it's a fact. Your circle is either pulling you forward or holding you back. If you're around people who make excuses, blame others, or settle for less, you'll start doing the same. But if your circle is filled with people who push, challenge, and uplift you, you'll begin to elevate. Energy is contagious. Excellence is contagious. Mediocrity is too. So choose, do you want to rise or remain? Find people who expect more from you, people who have done what you dream of doing, mentors who challenge your thinking, friends who celebrate your growth and call you out when you fall short. If someone drains your energy, limit their access. If someone fuels your ambition, keep them close. Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones, it happens in the presence of people who demand more from you. Audit your environment, because your future is shaped by who you allow in your present. 11. Time is your greatest investment. Everyone gets 24 hours. What you do with yours defines your destiny. Time is the one resource you can never get back. Once it's gone, it's gone. And yet, we waste it on distractions, on meaningless scrolling, on saying yes to things that don't matter. Success isn't about working more hours, it's about working the right ones. Track your time. Be aware of where it actually goes. Plan your day before it begins. Set priorities the night before.